Welcome to this current affair topic, or it is related to your international relation also. So it will help you on getting the knowledge from the international relation aspects or from the defense aspect of our country and all. Okay. So Assam Rifle asked to shift base from Aizawl. Aizawl is capital of Mizoram. Okay. So what is it? What is the topic behind it? In which category Assam Rifles will come? What is the role of MHA? What is the role of defense? Okay, we will see in this lecture. Okay, so let us give you just brief introduction of this issue. Like there was going some cold war between Assam Rifle and Mizoram government. What is the cold war? Like last month 15 personnel of Assam Rifle, that is 15th Assam Rifle officers and army, not army, like their members entered into the state, and state said that they were first test for COVID, like they were asked for testing for the COVID, whether they are positive or not, but they entered into the territory without testing for the COVID. This raised the issue, this raised the concern with the Mizoram government, and they further boycotted the independence. Also in the Independence Day session, Assam Rifle did not attend it. Okay, did not attend it. So what is it? We will see much more deep in the coming few minutes of this lecture. So first we will see core part of this issue, so that it will not help with the current affair issue. If you are watching this video for your international knowledge, it will help you. So the MHA, Ministry of Home Affairs, controls the Central Armed Police Forces, and some are controlled under the Ministry of Defense. See, there are two ways of controlling the army. So one comes under MHA and one is like Ministry of Defense cover it. So MoD, that army, such as like army deploys these forces, that Ministry of Defense. So there are two types of forces under MHA. Under MHA there are two types of forces. Okay, first will be your Central Police Organization, CPU. Okay, and second will be your CAPF, that is Central Armed Police Forces. So in Central Police Forces will be Intelligence Bureau, CBI, National Crime Bureau from UPSC and all. Okay, and CAPF will conduct, there have 7 CAPF in the CAPF category. First is your Assam Rifle, BSF, that is Border Security Forces, then CRPF, that is your Central Industrial Security Forces. Okay, then you have Indo Tibetan Border Police, and then National Security NSG Guard, like National Security Guard, then Shasastra Seema Bal, that is SSB. Okay, these come under the CAPF. So with respect to our general knowledge, we will have given you that Assam Rifle part. Now we will see in the core part, like what is CAPF, what comes under. So you know about Central Police Organization. Okay, now under CAPF we will see each subtopic. So Assam Rifle, that it guards the area of Myanmar border as well as counter insurgency operations present there. So there are various insurgent groups present there, so they help in countering those groups. Okay, this thing we will see in international relation lecture, and Assam Rifle we will discuss furthermore in the lecture in the coming session. So what is BSF? So BSF will be your border security forces that majorly deployed on the Rajasthan, Gujarat and Jammu Kashmir part. So it means that with the Indo-Pakistan border. Okay, and counterpart in the Pakistani army rangers, like from the Pakistani border, which members are present, these are Pakistani rangers. Okay, from Indian, like let us suppose if this is your border, if this is your part of India. Okay, so from India our BSF is there, and from Pakistan side we have Pakistani rangers. Okay, this one. So even if there is any internal security challenge, then they can also look into those. And majorly LOC is under the Indian Army. So if you see the LOC part, it is under the Indian Army. That will comes under your defense of Ministry of Defense. Okay, not under Ministry of Home Affairs. And that CRPF, that will be your one thing, BS, that is CIPF, CISF. CISF is like Central Industrial Security Forces. It is the largest security force in the world. This is the main thing you have to remember. Okay, this is the largest security force in the world, and it is having 1.3 lakh personnel present, and it provides security to the private and public sector enterprises. It is also sometimes tasked to provide security to the VIPs and all. So if you see, if you have went to the Mysore, Infosys Mysore got this security. Okay, then your Tata Steel Industries in Jamshedpur has got this type of security. So it also, and it is not like for private players, for public also it will provide public sector enterprises security to them also. Okay, and this safeguard, it has multiple roles, such as it is not like with terrorist or some attacks only they will counter. No, it has multiple roles, such as fire protection services are also inside them. They safeguard different entities, Vidhan Sabha, SEBI, TISCO in Jamshedpur and all. Okay, now Central Reserve Police Force. Okay, so CRPF was raised as a Crown Representative Police in 1939. So it is present our pre-independence era, and its function was to safeguard the territory of princely estates. So whatever the princely estates were present, like some Jamshedpur, then in Hyderabad also princely estate was there. Okay, there are many regions in India. We have talked in the history lecture. So CRPF has raised a Crown Representative Police, and they were carried out for the safeguarding those princely estate. But after the independence, it was renamed as Central Reserve Police Forces. So before independence, it was named as Crown Representative Police. Okay, after independence, it was renamed as Central Reserve Police Force, and main motive was to help the government or local police organization, public order and internal security issues. So that's why you will find sometimes CRPF is coming in the public affairs. Then ITBP will be your Indo Tibetan Border Police, that was set up in 1962 when the India-China war happened. Major aim to protect was the Indo-Chinese border, and especially Indo Tibetan border. Okay, with the China's part, counter-attack. So all these areas are under ITBP. Earlier Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh were under the Assam Rifle. Now to make it under one roof, it has been transferred to the ITBP, because these all borders are connected with the China. Okay, so to come under one roof, it has been transferred in the 2004. It was transferred to ITBP. Okay, now the National Security Guard, that NSG. So NSG, you heard I think in Mumbai attack also, in the movie of Mumbai attack, NSG commandos are coming. Okay, so these are especially trained and equipped forces, and these are different kind of forces that present in countries, such as for if we compare NSG for India, if we compare from UK, SAS is present. For US, Delta is present. For Germany, GSG is present. So with respect to India, it is NSG, and NSG task is to look into the terrorists, so neutralizing especially terrorist situations. They also provide cover to high risk individuals, like if there is some high risk individuals like Prime Minister or someone need such kind of security, then NSG command is provided. So NSG commander you have heard in the Mumbai attack. Okay, then Shasastra Seema Bal, SSG. Earlier it was named as Special Service Bureau. Okay, now it is known as Shasastra Seema Bal, and it basically guards the border of India, Nepal and India Bhutan border. Okay, I think it is clear with the concept of your that CAPF. Okay, now we are moving to the current affair topic. I have given you the background for it. Okay, now we are moving to the current affair topic. So Assam Rifle. So what is Assam Rifle? Assam Rifle, I have given here just introduction that it guard the area of Myanmar border, as well as what are the counter insurgency operations happening there. Okay, so it is a central paramilitary force along with two forces, a special frontier force and coast guard. Okay, within them there are two forces, special frontier force and coast guard, and it functions under the administrative control of Home Ministry. I have already said MHA has two parts. One is police services and another will be CAPF, that Central Armed Police Force. Okay, it was formed under the British in 1835 by the name of Kachar Levi and or Kachar Levi. I'm confused for this pronunciation part, and add a number of names. So the Assam Frontier Police 1883, then Assam Military Police 1891, then Eastern Bengal and Assam Military Police 1930, before finally becoming the Assam Rifle in 1917. Okay, after that the recent one is Assam Rifles, and it is India's oldest paramilitary force. Okay, it fulfills the dual role of maintaining the internal security in the northeastern region and guarding the Indo-Myanmar border. Okay, now what is the issue with the current affair? So one of the battalions of Assam Rifle had moved to the state capital in 2019. Okay, and in 2018, after returning in the power of Mizo National Frontier Government, asked the Assam Rifle to shift from Aizawl, that is capital of Mizoram, after the killing of 20 civilians on encounter happened like for the insurgency operation. It was not like by motive they killed it. So the standoff between the Mizoram government and the Assam Rifles began in August 2020, when 15 personnel of the forces of 46 battalion allegedly forced their way into the state, ignoring the safety protocols laid by the COVID-19. Okay, so this raised the issue, and this was so highly ignored by the it was so without indiscipline by the Assam Rifle that they even skipped the Independence Day celebration. Okay, so the state government has also accused Assam Rifles for skipping the Independence Day celebration. Okay, they boycotted the Independence Day celebration. So and what are the other related issue of the Assam Rifle that I presented the main issue, and it is the only paramilitary force with a dual control structure. Just remember this concept. It is the one of the oldest, first thing, it is the oldest, and it is the only paramilitary force with the dual control structure. Its administrative control with the MHA, and its operational control is with the Indian Army. So Indian Army will come under Ministry of Defense. Okay, so it comes under both MHA and Ministry of Defense. A large section within the force wants to be under the administrative control of Ministry of Defense. Why? Because of some perks, because of some retirement benefits which are far higher than the compared with the CAPF, that Central Armed Police Forces under Ministry of Home Affairs. So maximum members under this force want to join, want to combine with the Ministry of Defense because of perks given to them. So why do MHA and Ministry of Defense, that Ministry of Home Affairs, want full control on Assam Rifle? So what the Ministry of Home Affairs argues, so all the border guarding forces are under the operational control of it, and bringing the Assam Rifle under MHA will give the border guarding comprehensive and integrated approach as per the military affairs. And under the Ministry of Defense argue that as per the Indian Army, Assam Rifles had worked very well in coordination with the army works. Whatever the works or operations was given, it was well targeted by them, it was well completed by them. Okay, they are saying they have done a very good job whenever it was given to them. They are well trained by the armies. Okay, so the responsibility is to focus on its core strength. And it has also argued that Assam Rifles was always a military force and not a police force, and was built like that. It is not built like the police forces of our CAPF. It is acting like it is fighting like a military force. so it should be under Ministry of Defense. And it has argued that giving the control of the force to MHA or merging it with other CAPF will confuse the force and jeopardize the national security. So let us suppose if we completely give the MHA, or we compare, like currently there are 7 members under the CAPF, if we merge with one entity, reduce it into the 6, then it will create some confusion with the work of those of this Assam Rifle. Okay, Assam Rifles work is to that guard the Myanmar border as well as counter insurgency operation in the Myanmar's border area. But if we have if we merge with some entities, it will create confusion with which rifle or which rangers will do this task. Okay, so I think you have understand the topic. It was related to the current affair, and I have given you lots of things with the international security and with the particular definitions of the securities of India. So it is not completely related to the current affair. I have given you the current affair concept and the core concept definition from this topic. I hope you like the video. Please subscribe it as a payment for you. I'm not asking anything, just subscribe it. And if you have any issues, suggestions, or you want the note, just go in the description, find the link of the Twitter handle, ping me there, I will give you. And further I will make a on-demand video if you want. Thank you.